I've got some really good news, which I will get into in a minute, but I will say welcome to today's YouTube video, which is my 1 month postpartum update. Also, baby Leo's 1 month of life update. Now, if you've been following along already, you will know that it's been a bit of a bumpy ride to start with. First of all, we had an emergency cesarean, but we've kind of got past that. It upset me a bit, but I'm getting past it slowly. So the good news is, if you have been following, you'll know that Leo has been struggling gaining weight. He actually lost almost 12% of his birth weight. So that became a really big concern. So much so that we were admitted back into hospital just to make sure there was nothing else going on with Leo, and they also thought that I might have had preeclampsia because my foot was really swollen. But with regards to Leo, I also said that he has jaundice and they wanted to do a test at 2 weeks to see if he was still jaundice, which he was. He went to the jaundice clinic. They took some bloods to see the level of jaundice in his body. He does have a bit of jaundice, but they said it was nothing dangerous, so don't worry about it. So the good news is obviously that, but the other thing is, with regards to his weight loss, it all coincides with the jaundice. So I was thinking it was me. I was thinking it was my fault that he wasn't gaining weight. I really was beating myself up about it. I was having a good cry. I just felt like a really terrible mum, to be honest. I mean, if you have been in that position, I really do feel for you, because it is a horrible thought learning that your baby is losing weight and you don't really understand why. But yeah, they said because he was jaundice babies get really sleepy, they don't feed very well, and because they're very sleepy, they don't feed very well, they're not gaining weight. So it's kind of a vicious circle really. We're trying to get him to feed and he was really sleepy and he's just losing weight all the time. But the more you feed, the more the jaundice will flush out of him. So it's just taking longer as well. And also there's such a thing called breastfeeding jaundice. So if you're breastfeeding, it takes longer for the jaundice to leave your baby's body as well. So it really was, the odds were all stacked up against us. It was just taking ages. But now he is he's actually a whole month today. It is his month birthday. So I'm celebrating today because it is a whole month since he has been in my arms. Leo has been weighed and he's actually put on more weight now since his birth. So he has overtaken his birth weight, which is such good news. He's 9 pounds 3 and he was 8 pounds 6 and a squidge when he was born. So yeah, 9 pounds 3. So I'm actually feeling really proud of him. I'm proud of myself. I kept going. Even though I was worried about the breastfeeding and things like that, I am still breastfeeding Leo. Not completely breastfeeding. I will breastfeeding for a bit, then I express some milk and give him that via a bottle just to make sure that I know he is getting enough, because he does get quite sleepy when I feed him. I think he gets all snuggly and he just wants to go to sleep. I am expressing milk for him to have as well. He's feeding roughly every 3 hours during the day with a little nap in between. Yesterday he actually didn't sleep for all of the afternoon. I couldn't believe it. I was thinking, oh my goodness, why are you not sleeping? But he just didn't want to. He just kept feeding quite a lot. But now he has more of a routine at night time, which is great because I'm starting to understand Leo a bit more. I'm not putting him into a routine or anything. It's just him putting himself into one really. He's sleeping really well at night. He's going for about 4 to 5 hours without having any milk now, which is really good, but I am still awake because I'm expressing milk. So there's me sat there on the edge of the bed pumping milk out. Reese is asleep and Leo is fast asleep, and I think I could just wake you up and feed you, which I have done. I think if it goes too long, I will wake him up and feed him some of the express milks. It's all fresh and ready to go. So his bedtime routine is probably, he'll feed around about 7 and then he'll feed a couple of hours after that, because he does like to squidge in a few feeds before he goes down for the night. So yeah, 7, and then he'll feed about 9, and then he'll feed about 11ish, and then I won't hear from him until about 4, sometimes 5, and that is when I wake him up and feed him, because I don't want to leave it too long. My 3 little ones, I've got two twins. I've got twins and they are 3, and then I have a 21-month-old, are absolutely so obsessed with Leo. One of them, the youngest one, George, he keeps kissing Leo all the time. And then you've got Rosalie, one of the twins, who just wants to do everything for Leo. She wants to hold his hand, she wants to help with his nappy. She just wants to do absolutely everything. She'll sit there and she'll chat to him like, just like it's one of her brothers now that would understand what she's saying. It is so cute. And then we've got Noah. Noah loves Leo, but he's not as involved with trying to do stuff as the other 2 are. He leaves Leo to get on with his snooze or his nappy change. It sounds like he's snoring right now. You having a good snore, sweetie? Oh, he's having a little smile. Saying that, I actually think that he smiled at me the other day. He's only done it twice, and the midwife said to me, if he keeps doing it, it probably is a smile. But I keep thinking, maybe it's just wind, but it looks slightly different to wind. It looks more like a smile. So at the moment, I'm going to say it's a little smile, even though it's only happened a couple of times. Leo used to hate having a bath. Now he actually quite enjoys it. It's the bit after the bath that he doesn't like, getting out and getting dry. I really feel so sorry for him because he has no idea what's going on. When he's bobbing around in the bath, I say to him, oh, it's like being back in the womb, you know, because the water's all nice and perfect temperature. Leo still has all of his hair at the moment. I'm not looking forward to seeing it rub off and they have that missing ring around their head where they're doing this and it all comes out. He's actually got quite a strong neck now. When he's on me like this, he'll lift his head up and he'll move it and he'll look around. I think, wow, are you supposed to have a head that's that strong already? He has grown out of so many of his cute little outfits. I'm going to keep a few special pieces. Summer bought him a really nice outfit when he was born, so I'm going to keep that one in his little memory box thing that I've got. Summer's my eldest. If you didn't know, she's 17. She's actually my firstborn. I've got 5 children now. I'm very lucky and very busy. So he's moved on to age 0 to 3 months clothing, especially being just over 9 pounds in weight now. The newborn stuff won't fit him anymore, and then the next size up, he's just about maxed that now. So 0 to 3 months is a really comfy fit on him. Also with his nappies, he's in size 1, and I'm thinking that he's going to move up to size 2 very, very, very soon. And Reese said, I've just bought like 100 odd size 1 nappies. He's bumper bought them in a big box. So I said to him, well, you got them from Tesco. I'm pretty sure that we can just exchange it for the next size up. Leo's had some baby acne, which got quite bad on his face actually. It was on his eyelids as well, all over his nose, and it kind of started disappearing across there, and then it moved down his face and like down his neck. It disappeared, but it came back really slightly and now it's disappeared again. I will show you him in a minute, but I really don't want to disturb his sleep too much, so I'll do that at the end of the video. Okay, so moving on to me, I am feeling pretty good. My cesarean scars healed up pretty well. The midwives do check it every time I see them because obviously it's a great big wound. I do feel some niggles inside, and they just said that's where everything is just pulling itself together, and they cut through quite a few layers of your insides, so it is not going to feel too good for a while. I'm managing to get some sleep. Obviously I am expressing in the night, that's why I do wake up, and I wish I could go for longer sleeps, considering sometimes he'll sleep for a good stretch, and I do try and sleep when he sleeps, like they say, sleep when the baby sleeps. It's not always that easy because sometimes you've got other things to do. So after feeding him and he's sleepy and I'll put him down, I've then got to express. It's just so time consuming. Trying to keep up with pelvic floor exercises when I remember, oh, they're just something that everybody, all the women should do, but it's just remembering to do them, isn't it? Sometimes I think, oh, my letdown is going to start happening, and I will run and grab him and try and put him on because I really don't want all that milk wasted. It's just such a shame. And I do find it quite hard being able to feed him sometimes because I've got the little children to look after as well. And if I do go into the room which they're in and try and feed him, they just want to play with him. I know they just want to play with him and stuff, but it is really quite tricky to maintain breastfeeding and being a mum to 3 others. It is pretty hard, but I am just gonna keep going for as long as possible. I want to try and hit the 6-month mark. That is my goal. My hair has not started falling out yet. With all my other children, my hair fell out. Actually, I do not remember it happening with Summer, but I'm older now. I'm actually 42, so my body has changed somewhat. And yeah, with the twins and with George, after their birth, my hair started falling out. So I know when you're pregnant, you do retain a lot of your hair. So I'm just waiting for that to hit. I can't remember when that starts happening actually. And then when it grows back, I look like a little fluffy chicken. Also, my weight, I still haven't weighed myself. I'm not particularly interested right now. I've got too much on my mind to worry about my weight. I'm still wearing my maternity leggings because they are just so comfortable. I haven't even attempted to try and get back into any clothes. I really don't want to put any more pressure on myself. I've put a lot of pressure on myself already, so I don't want to just burn out. I need to get him registered with our doctors. If he needs to go to the doctors, he just goes under my name. But I do have to get him registered, so I'll be doing that pretty quick. How could I forget this? Leo is a fully... what's the word? Leo is a human? Of course he is. No, what was I going to say? Leo is registered. Leo's birth is registered. There we go. Leo's birth is registered. He is called Leo Henry. Henry is his middle name, and he is just, oh, he is so scrummy. So yeah, we named him Leo Henry. We didn't have a middle name for him for quite some time, but we decided Henry. Really love that name, and it really goes and it suits him. So he is Leo Henry. So on that note, myself and Leo Henry will say thank you for watching. Should we have a look, Leo? Ready? You want to say thank you for watching? No. Thank you. You're a good boy. Yeah, so on that note, thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget to give me a great big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I hope you did. And if there's any videos you'd like me to make, please put them in the description box below. I will take a look at those. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you part of our little community that I'm trying to build right now. And on that note, I will see you in the next one. Have a lovely week. Bye. Leo says bye.